If you want to do business next time, don't send in your boyfriend. He didn't do you any favors.
Apparently not.
Olivia.
Apparently, she was in the market to buy an old, beaten-up hotel.
Well, that seems to be going around a lot lately.
Excuse me, Mr. Spaulding. Sorry to disturb your lunch.
Oh, Miss Porter, that's quite all right. What can I do for you?
Well, sir, normally I would never trouble the chairman of the board with something as trivial as a simple credit application, but I thought you might want to handle this one personally.
Well, please, sit down. You work for me, I trust you. So why don't you tell me what the problem is?
This particular applicant has a standing, both here in the town and internationally, but when I did a credit check, there were some irregularities.
Bad credit?
No, more like no credit. None.
We don't give loans based on social standing.
Yes, I know that, sir. That's why I wanted to bring it to your attention. This gentleman has just moved here from a foreign country where he was president.
Richard Winslow?
Yes.
Perfect. I want you to know you did the right thing by bringing this to my attention. Give me a couple of days to think this over.
Right, what should I tell the president?
Tell the ex-president of San Cristobal that his line of credit is pending.
Yes, sir.
Olivia!
What the hell were you thinking, Alan? The beacon was mine. I made that clear, and you promised to keep your hands off.
Olivia,
You lied to me. And what's worse, you may have blown this deal right out of the water.
You know, I'm disappointed in you. You claim to be this razor-sharp businesswoman, but you have forgotten the first rule of business. No does not mean no. It only means I'm holding out to tell you yes until you throw enough money
You know
at
what,
me.
Alan, don't patronize me. That no you're talking about, it came out of Cassie Winslow's mouth. She spells integrity with a capital I.
Yes, but you spell success with a capital S. Now, don't be so hard on yourself. You're gonna get everything you want, because your destiny is to win. Everything I do because of you. There's no one else like you. I try to come up with new ways to show you that.
And this is what you came up with, Alan? You horn in on my business deal and just blow it all up.
That wasn't my intention. Look, anyone can get you furs or trips to Monaco, jewels, but I want to give you something special, something worthy of you and your high standards. I want to give you something that you want more than anything in the world. That hotel.
You need to give me a break. You say you admire me. You say you respect my independence. You know what I hear? Just a lot of talk, Alan. You're all talk and no action. Because no sooner are those words out of your mouth than you go behind my back and prevent me from exercising that independence you say you so greatly admire.
All I want to do is help you, that's all.
No, you're trying to take away my right to act for myself. You know, you keep talking about this team that we have here, but the fact of the matter is you're not a team player. Everything has to be on your terms, Alan, or not at all. All right, look, whatever happens with the hotel, whatever, it's not your decision, it's mine. No more stepping all over me and making decisions for me. You got it?
Absolutely. Look, I made a mistake, and I sincerely regret it. But I don't think I have ruined that deal. And I don't think Cassie Winslow is as big an obstacle as you think she is. Far from it.
All right, Alan. What do you know about Cassie Winslow that you're not sharing with me?
Well, now, if I told you that, Olivia, that would be spoiling the surprise.
Oh, you know, I've had one too many surprises today. Why don't I just go back to the mansion and pack up my things? I haven't let go of the lease on my apartment yet.
You're not serious, are you? You wouldn't move
Two things
out.
you need to understand about me, Alan. I don't like surprises, and I don't like playing games. I will move out in a heartbeat.
All right, whoa. No, I don't want that. No, because, you see, I've I've become accustomed to your face. All right, I'm going to tell you. Cassie Winslow does not own the hotel outright. She owns only half.
You're kidding. How does something like that happen?
Well, I don't know. One of life's little curveballs, I guess. But I've made arrangements to purchase the other half. But I certainly don't want to upset you, so I will nullify the purchase.
Oh, just stop it, all right? Just stop it. You're telling me that the ownership of this hotel is literally split in half?
Deeds are a funny thing. I don't know how it happened, but it did.
Does Cassie know about this?
No, not yet. And when she finds out, she will probably deny her half. But, you know, two can play that game. You can do the same thing to her. And it would be very interesting to see the battle of the wills. Who will win? I know where I would put my money.
Hi.
Olivia, what are you doing here?
Well, I would have called first, but I figured you wouldn't take my call.
You would have been right, so come on.
No, wait, you have something that I want. You could at least do me the courtesy of listening to my offer.
I believe Cassie already gave you her answer, Olivia.
Well, she doesn't know the whole story, Richard. It's just a minute of your time.
All right, you got a minute.
I'll go check on the children.
You don't have to go.
You don't need me. Good night, Olivia.
Good night.
Okay, well, the way I see it, I have a very old, very charming hotel that you want very badly. What else is there?
You know, Cassie, if you want to act the part of a businesswoman, you might want to get your facts straight first. That hotel you think you own, you only own half of it.
What do you mean I only own half of the hotel,
Just
Olivia?
what I said. The deed only entitles you to half the property.
And let me guess, you own the other half.
Alan bought it for me tonight.
Why? Why are you doing this, Olivia? Is this because of Richard? Is it because we thought you were taking bribes for the harbor project? Are you just trying to get back at us?
Whatever you think, Cassie, this isn't personal.
How can it not be personal? Forget about the hotel, Olivia, but that's my farm. Do you know what that farm means to me? Of course you do. Of course you do. That's why you want to take it away.
Oh, would you relax? Okay, the Jessup farm is yours, okay? You own it. I own half the Beacon. You're not the only person who needs a place of her own, you know. So why can't you just be happy with your farm and just let me have the hotel?
Well, not that it's any of your business. But from the moment Richard and I saw that hotel, we fell in love with it, okay?
Oh, no. Please tell me you haven't made plans for it.
We didn't just make plans, Olivia. We made dreams, okay? Dreams that we can make come true as soon as possible.
Not without me, you don't, honey. Whether you like it or not, we're joined at the hip on this thing. Nothing gets done without my approval. Look, why don't you just listen to my offer? I'm prepared to be very generous.
With Alan Spaulding's money, I'm sure.
What difference does it make whose money it is? Come on. Look, you'll have your farm. And I'll have a little piece of land on the lakeside.
No. I don't think so. Richard and I, we don't need your money, okay? And we don't need Alan's money, and we don't need your generosity. Good night.
Watch me eviscerate your father, Philip. Fine by me.
No one's eviscerating anyone, Olivia. Now, especially not in front of my son, anyway.
Well, now, hang on just a second. If this is about business, then I probably should stay here. And last time I checked, I was still an integral part of Spaulding Enterprises.
Well, why don't I just make a phone call and rectify that situation?
I went to see Cassie Winslow. She won't sell me her half of the hotel. One guess as to whose fault that is.
What did you do? Did you go blunder your way into Cassie and Richard's life again? Let me guess. Did you make them an offer for the property and somehow manage to insult them in the process?
They turned him down flat.
Well, I can see by your sunny outlook that you must have been much more successful than I.
Well, how could I be, Alan, when you put Cassie on her guard?
You know what? This is fun, but I actually have to go get a client. It's Lisato from the Tokyo office. You know what? You may be having more fun than I am, but I have a feeling my meetings could be a lot more successful.
Well, I taught him everything he knows. Does he care?
Probably not, neither do I. Why? Why did you go behind my back to Cassie and Richard?
You know, I've heard this song before, and it's getting old. I made a mistake. I apologize. But if you hadn't gone off after Cassie trying to close this deal, I might have been able to give you a few pointers that would have helped you.
I seriously doubt that. Cassie, this idea of taking your money, it repulses her. I'm beginning to understand why.
Do you honestly think that she would have sold you the other half if I wasn't involved?
No.